Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so here we are, the finale of my Let's Play of Dream Daddy. Now, this doesn't mean I'm never going to play the game again, mind you. There are other dads I would like to see continue the path of. But with regards to the Damien path, which is the one my Twitter followers voted for, tonight's the night we finish this. So let's just jump right in. Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. The last time a Skype pop-up showed up during the game, Are you kidding me with this? Yeah, sorry about that. Someone tried to dial me. Alright. So, anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, to see how I do. Let's see if I can actually win this time, because I'm still kind of disappointed that when I played on the Matt path, I got the Just Friends ending, which, it's like, not that there's anything wrong with friendship, mind you, but, I mean, this is a dating sim, so, you know, I mean, the goal is to kind of have, particularly in the case of this game, a boyfriend at the end, so not having one, look, the friend zone is not a thing, I'm just talking about the game, shut up. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. Aww. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted that we only communicate by post instead of through Dad Book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with that Goth Dad again? I thought the Goth Dad was just a fan nickname. I had no idea that was canon. Right. Please, Amanda, you know his name.
Huh?
And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household at one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Aww.
Turn into a bat. I don't think...
Ugh.
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off.
Ah.
Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? Man, she just won't let this go. One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezers so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cape, cloak, he hates it when people call it a cape, Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is going to seem like a silly question, but why do Goths wear... Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, sorry. This is going to seem like a silly question, but why do Goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. That was a bad place for me to yawn. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life, or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die. You are going to die. And life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era. And yet, funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come, there isn't time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a run-down building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? And why did the soundtrack get all dramatic all of a sudden? It's better if I just show you. Dun, dun, dun. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript, I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Let's see. I see cat carriers there. The baby gate looking thing there. I'm guessing this is a veterinary clinic. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. It's a vet clinic. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. Called it. Not sure why the music is still dramatic. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. He's gonna be holding a puppy. Oh. Okay. That I did not expect. Did I have a voice for her? I don't even remember. That was so long ago. Hey, sailor. Mary? What are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, Sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Okay! That did not go like I expected. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who's Duchess Cordelia?
Oh my god.
She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned... Now she's unstoppable. She get out. This morning, I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Richard. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. David and I look over the map Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Oh. Oh, fuck me. Oh, crap. Softball field. Let's go softball field. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time, she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark, Bark, Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Richard? This'll be easy. Gotta stay positive. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Let's go with gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Richard, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude, and you know what? I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children really are resilient, I suppose. Yes, young children. I was 16. Okay. Oh my god, my eyes are actually watering. Okay, I better move on quick. Okay. Let's just hope for the best. Sorry. We got this. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bats slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter, and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something.
Nice.
Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? Yeah, a huge dog ran through here a second ago. You just missed it. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog.
Oh.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later.
Oh.
Many thanks, Craig. I'm gonna go with the coffee spoon. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up?
Huh.
Have you seen any stray dogs around? Can't say I have. You're looking for one? Can you describe them to me? Enormous. That pretty well covers it.
Oh.
Cool. I find strays digging for food scraps in the alley out back sometimes. I'll be sure to keep it up. I'll be sure to keep an eye out. We head back to the car. Well, that was a bust. Damien and I stop by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything? No dog here, not even a sign of her. Did you know that penguins are considered the Goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Okay, rules that out. Well, it just kind of leaves the cul-de-sac, doesn't it? Maybe. I don't know. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Oh, sorry. Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwatered lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Richard, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a few hours ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to re-till the soil. That could be a dog. Or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dog does a vampire have? Knock knock. How many goth does it take to screw in a light bulb? Let's go with probably... Well, this one's probably the safest one. I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting to... A bloodhound. I was gonna say bloodhound, Damien. Ouch! Ugh, that's not good. Oh, yes. Haha. Please. I keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. Okay, I think that the dog being hungry was supposed to be a clue, so let's try going back to the coffee spoon. We head back inside the coffee spoon. Hey, Matt. Guys, I think I may have seen that dog you were looking for. Yes! Good call. You did. A brown mastiff? Size of a house? Yeah. I saw it digging through the trash, and I saw it digging through the trash in the back. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice, the road slice. This grateful banana bread is gonna be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I'm grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let us not waste any more time. Verily. East. So, east from the coffee spoon would put it back in the cul-de-sac, wouldn't it? Damn it. Should have picked the beach. Right. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. Ah, yes, okay, good, I made the right call. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. That was pathetic. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here. Yet. Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again, and get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Yes! I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of grateful banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. Got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining.
Oh.
It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. We're definitely not trespassing. It looks like trespassing. Well, yeah. It just looks like that. Damien, what are we doing? Trespassing? You do me in like that? The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Uh-oh. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. Uh-oh. This is bad! Yeah, that's an understatement. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls! Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words. Whoa. I don't blame him. Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Barf. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Barf. we're friends. The Duchess licks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out, and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of it.
Sweet Manchego.
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah. I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you, if you're interested.
Oh.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household.
Hey.
Well, alright, it's a deal. Yay, happy ending. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Yes.
I know! He called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. Well, that worked out quite nicely. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Richard, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Well, it's not like my character seems to have a job, does he? Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh yeah.
Give it a rest, buddy. Ugh.
Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him, Mary. You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. Ellipses. So, about the whole Goth thing. I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here?
Oh, no.
I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions, Naruto fanfiction. It doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that's awesome. I'm sorry, the bound Naruto fanfiction from a couple episodes ago, that still cracks me up. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together? It would never be boring if it was with you. Aww. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Of course, thou art welcome, does a bad half wink. You know, let's go with thou art welcome. Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know, just kiss me. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Aww. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined, like a proper gentleman. He walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Again. Aww. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Okay, we get it. You're nonchalant. Quit rubbing it in. That was a horrible Dr. Zoidberg. Anyway. Hello, Father. I was sitting here, on the couch, this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Yes! I actually won this time!
Simply a majestic evening.
Achievement unlocked. Interview with the vampire. Nice. Liquor before beef, you're in the liquor. I'm thinking that's a typo. Whew, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. And it's just in time for the denouement. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Richard, be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No! You asked too many questions. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. I think I did that one on the denouement with Matt. So, let's try that. I had a crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh. Oh no. I forgot. Again. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can't tell. You're very bad at lying. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen?
Huh.
Father, it would fill my heart with oh, yeah, grammar mistake. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Aw, Dad, I dramatically whip the cloth off of the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of long-haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show.
Huh.
Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. God damn it. We're close. Sorry. Why? I don't know why I find that so amusing. I'm sorry. Okay. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah. Everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind, with the crunchies in the middle. Yes. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, all right? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. Loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro, we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We always could use extra hands around the shelter. And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor, your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached at the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down.
I don't know.
We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Ha. Looks like the three of you are getting along nicely.
Hey.
She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Richard. Brian, you made it. Ha! I don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See? See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro. This is a real rager taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey!
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wow. Were they, like, rushed at the end or something? Because that seems to be where most of the grammar errors go. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. God, I hope that was the voice I was doing for Joseph. You know, so much time passed between these episodes that, in hindsight, I'm realizing trying to come up with a consistent voice for these characters was a terrible idea. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Ah.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Richard. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends to not see Hugo. You saw that, right? That was really fast. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher.
Ah.
Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school. Haha, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so... She'll fit into college just fine. Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep.
I don't know.
See you later.
Hey.
Hey, man. Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of grateful banana bread ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turn to spot Lucien walking up to me. Yes, Lucien? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know he had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucien. That means a lot to me. Sure. But let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucien. See you around, Richard. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch. The sun is setting, and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Hey, thanks for the party. You really didn't have to. I ruffle her hair. Anything for my panda. Amanda looks down at her shoes and sighs. What's wrong? Amanda takes a deep breath. I'm scared, Dad. How am I going to make it through college if I can barely scrape by in high school? I don't know how to do adult stuff. My whole future is riding on this. Aren't you at least a little excited? It's your dream school. No, I'm too worried to be excited. I'm not ready for this. And I'm worried that you aren't either. Hey, kiddo. It's gonna be alright. Oh, God damn it, game, you're making me want to cry now. No matter how far we are away from each other, you're always going to be my daughter. We've been through a lot together. This is just the next challenge, and I'll always be a phone call away. You're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Yeah, I guess. This isn't... Are you mad at me? No, I'm not mad. But... it seems like she's trying to put this delicately. I just feel like I didn't get a chance to be independent, you know? I love you, Dad, but I need space to be my own person, and I didn't really get to do that growing up. I'm glad we're so close, but you can't be my best friend all the time, and I can't be yours. Oh, maybe me going away will be good for the both of us. Set up some boundaries. I don't know what to say. Don't get me wrong, I love you, but I do wish things had been different. I guess I have a lot to think about now, huh? I guess. Amanda hops up. My friends invited me out for ice cream, so I'm gonna head out. She kisses me on the top of the head. See you later, Pops. Love ya. Achievement unlocked. World's okayest dad. Okay, well then. Wow, Amanda really dropped a bomb on me there. It's hard to process this all. I thought I was being the best parent I could, but apparently there's still a lot to learn. I look up to see Damien smiling at me. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seaty boys? What? Really?
Huh.
I'm kidding, Richard. But what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Richard, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Richard. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. Aww. Well, there you have it. So, that was my second playthrough of Dream Daddy with a mostly happier ending than the last time. I didn't get the same ending with Amanda. I'm wondering what I did there, because, yeah, that was a bit of a bombshell she dropped on me there. Basically implying that, I guess, I mean, what was she say? That I, like, spent too much time? Or I should say that my character spent too much time with her? I don't... Ah, well, the point is, yep, so that's it. I'm glad that overall, though, this had a happier ending than the other game, the other playthrough I did. Because, again, the mini-games on the Mat Path are all complete bullshit. As for the Gargoyle minigame with Damien earlier, I feel kind of stupid for not having realized that you could flip the stone pieces up and down. That was kind of embarrassing. I should have realized that. Should I just stop now or let the credits go all the way through? Because I'm at the point where I just seem to be stretching for things to say. Test company, please ignore. Nice. I think I have a game. I have another game. I was actually able to get it for free off of Steam that I might do a Let's Play on, but I kind of want to give it a test play first before I decide to do that. But if that happens, you'll see it in the feed, and coming fairly soon to this channel will be the third and final part of my Star Trek Voyager series, and the nice, and the last movie for Shameless Cash Grab Season 1. But yeah, so thanks for For like the 2 people who have watched all the parts of this Let's Play, thank you very much for your contribution to my view count.